Hi everyone, it's Beth from the Wilton Test Kitchen, and I'm really excited to do a little something different today. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to decorate a pumpkin using a bunch of stuff that you may have in your cabinets at home already. We're going to use all edible products, which means it's great for doing with little kids because everything's going to be really washable and really easy to clean up. So here it comes, idea number 1. So for my first pumpkin idea, I'm going to get rid of all of the extra sprinkles I have laying around in my cabinet. You know, like when you use some for a project but you still have a little bit left. This is an awesome way to use up those sprinkles. So I have a whole bunch of stuff here, partially opened bottles, and I'm going to make a hodgepodge mishmash sprinkle mix to decorate my pumpkin. And then I actually did buy these special for this project because they look like little pumpkins, so why not? So I'm going to add a few of those. And then you just want to give this a good mix to get everything nice and incorporated. And check it out. Super fun, super easy, awesome thing to do with the kids, and a great way to get rid of some of those extra sprinkles that are laying around. So now I need to give my sprinkles something to stick to. So I'm going to use piping gel in a decorating bag to do that. And I need to find a good side on my pumpkin, the side I want to decorate. And I have mine on a turntable. You do not have to do this, but if you have one, you could do this and it makes it a little bit easier, but by no means necessary. And this side looks really pretty and super even, so that's the side I'm gonna decorate. So I'm going to use my piping gel to trace the facial features of a jack-o'-lantern. And I'm gonna freehand it, but if you wanted to, you could use a food writer or a marker to trace on where you're going first. But it's a jack-o'-lantern, so it doesn't have to be perfect, it's fine. But if you want to, go ahead and trace it first. So the piping gel is going to provide a nice sticky surface for my sprinkle mixture to stick to, and if you mess up where you want your piping gel to be, you can totally just wipe it off and start again. And now for the fun part, the sprinkling. So this is super sticky, like I said, so all you really have to do is drop the sprinkles onto where the piping gel is, and I have it set on a sheet pan with a little bit of parchment paper so my cleanup will be a little bit easier if they don't roll everywhere. And you can see it's sticking exactly to where the piping gel is and nowhere that it's not. And there you have it, pumpkin number 1. Let's do something different for pumpkin number 2. It's gonna look just like an optical illusion. We're gonna draw right on it. It's gonna look super complicated, but I'll show you the pattern to do it. You won't believe how easy it is. I'm going to use this food writer to make dots on every single rib of the pumpkin. So you're going to follow the natural ribs to know where to place your dots. And you want to go about 2/3 of the way down the pumpkin all the way around. So I have my dots all the way around my pumpkin, and now I need to start connecting them. What I'm going to do is make S's all the way down one rib, connecting the dots at the top and the bottom of the S. And when you get to the bottom of that row, we're going to start with the next row making backwards S's. So they're going to basically face each other. You know what I think my favorite part about all of these pumpkins is that you don't have to cut the pumpkins up and then scoop out the disgusting guts inside. I hate the way that feels. Does anybody else feel like that? I do really like eating the seeds though, so I won't get the seeds this way, but oh well. Now we're going to do a couple more lines to connect the spirally things that we've created. Going to go upwards to connect my S's on this row all the way down. And you're going to basically connect where the dots were or where the S's meet each other. And then we're going to go downwards on the next row and just alternate all the way around the pumpkin. We're going to encrust the bottom of the pumpkin with black sugar. So I'm going to take a couple bottles of that and dump it onto my sheet pan. It's fun. And now we're going to use piping gel to attach our sugar kind of the same way that we did with our pumpkin number 1, except this time I'm just going to spatula it on. You just need a little tiny amount, so I'm not going to mess around with a bag for this because it's a much bigger area to cover. It would take a really long time, but you could pipe it on if you wanted. I'm just going to spread a very, very, very thin layer, kind of following the contours of the line drawing that I did. So going up when it goes up and down a little bit when it goes down. And this is going to look really awesome. It's a great way too to cover up the gross part of the pumpkin, the part that grew where the ground was, and it's like kind of dirty no matter how many times you wash it, nubby. Hey, cover it with sugar. Perfect. So now we can just roll it in our sugar. And see how easy it sticks to the bottom? And anywhere there isn't piping gel, we'll be able to move it right away. Last step to finish this pumpkin off is to add some of those black sugar pearls I reserved from the first pumpkin, and we're going to attach those with piping gel the same way we did before. So I have my bag again, and I'm just going to pipe little dots, very, very, very tiny, where I had drawn my dots before. So basically where all of these odd misshapen squares attached to each other, that's where you want to pipe your dots. And then each dot is going to get one sugar pearl. And there you have it, pumpkin number 2. Here we are at pumpkin number 3. This one is a white one, and I'm going to do something a little bit different with it. I'm actually going to spray it with color mist, gold color mist, to give it a really beautiful iridescent sheen. And this really works great with the white pumpkins, but it doesn't work so great with the orange. So I suggest if you want to color mist it, find these pretty white ones. Just gonna shake it up and go to town. Once you get it completely covered, you're going to want to let it dry 10 to 15 minutes until it's not wet anymore, because we're going to pipe on it next. Now that our color mist is dry, we can add some detail, and I'm going to go a little bit ornate with my pumpkin, but you can go as easy or as difficult as you'd like. Just make sure you use royal icing to do your piping, because then your pumpkin will last for a really, really long time, because the royal icing will dry hard. So I'm just going to add some details, and again, I'm going to use the ribs of my pumpkin as a guide, similarly to what I did with the second pumpkin, so that I can follow my spacing a little bit pretty naturally. So there you have it, our sparkly fancy pumpkin. Leave me a comment below and let me know how you plan to decorate your Halloween pumpkin this year. Let's all get excited by each other's ideas, and then take a picture and use the hashtag HallowWilton so that we can all see them. You can visit Wilton.com for tons more Halloween inspiration, and I hope you all have a fantastic Halloween. I'm Beth, and I'll see you next time.